Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome into Witter Field for another day of Rockford Rivets baseball for the second straight day. The Rivets take on the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters on the road here. They return home tomorrow for the final two games of the year against the Wisconsin Woodchucks. But in between two series with the Woodchucks is this two-game set with the Rafters out of Wisconsin Rapids. Only the fourth time these two teams have met this year. The Rapids lead the series 2-1 after their 5-0 win last night. On the season, the Rockford Rivets are 19-22, and the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters are 19-23. With a win today, the Rafters will jump above these Rockford Rivets and move the Rivets down to 8th place, while the Rafters will go to 7th. But knotted right now with Rockford is the Kenosha Kingfish, and only a half game ahead of the Battle Creek Bombers at 20-22. It's a close race thus far with a couple playoff spots up for grabs, still 3. And in the second half, the Rafters, they're eyeing that second half crown, which will put them in an automatic bid for the playoff spot. They're 4-3 in the second half, 2 games behind the leaders, the Kenosha Kingfish and the Lakeshore Chinooks, tied at 6-1. On top of it, the Rivets are on a big skid right now, 2-10 in their last 10 games. Wisconsin Rapids, mediocre in the last 10, 5-5. But nobody's touching the streak that Lakeshore went on. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, and they lost last night, but 6 straight to start the second half. On the bump today for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters will be Trayson Kubo, 6-foot, 180-pound righty from Hawaii. Plays his college ball at Stephen F. Austin. Played his first 2 collegiate seasons at Arizona Western. And this year, 3-1, 1.68 ERA, 6 games started, 32 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts to 17 walks on the year. His second win of the season came against the Rockford Rivets. First pitch swinging from Brennan Reback, fouled down the first base line. In that game against the Rockford Rivets, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run allowed, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. And since then, Kubo's been pretty good, but has only been able to pick up a decision in 2 of his 4 games started. That pitch is swung on and missed by Brennan Reback. He picked up another win against Kenosha in 7 innings pitched and lost to Madison. Only allowed 2 runs that game, only 1 of those earned. On the season, a 1.68 ERA. That one off the outside of the plate, called ball. Count goes 1-2. Reback leads us off. Kean O'Brien batting second, Capenell third. Ryan Cole fourth, Parker Bates fifth. Logan Michaels sixth, and the bottom 3 are Hal Hughes, Brock Martin, and Zach Segal. That one misses on the inside. Count goes 2-2 to some groans from this Wisconsin Rapids crowd here. They wanted both of those to be called strike. Instead, counts all even at 2-2 now after an 0-2 count started off. Here's the 2-2 coming from Kubo to Reback. Breaking ball misses high. So 3 pitches that have been pretty close to the strike zone, but just not been able to hit it. A payoff pitch coming here for the leadoff batter, Brennan Reback. Hasn't swung at one since his first pitch. That one called strike. Reback doesn't like it, but it will be a walk to the dugout instead of a walk to first to start off this ball game. The defense behind the pitcher, Trayson Kubo. Stringer in left, Rivas in center, and Wofford in right. The infield's made up of Schmidt, Robertson, Wiley, and Jack Thomas Wold. And behind the plate, catching the pitches from Kubo is Ty Duvall. Now Kean O'Brien makes his way up to the plate. First pitch on the inside, called strike. Home plate umpire today, Corey Gerber. Over at first is Travis Thompson. And over at third base is Dylan Callahan. Callahan was home plate umpire yesterday, called the balls and the strikes. The 0-1 now. That one down Main Street, called strike. Counts now 0-2. Only 1 pitch swinging from these Rivets right now, and that was a first pitch of the game, fouled away by Brennan Reback. 0-2. Swung on and missed, and 2 strikeouts real quick from Mr. Trayson Kubo, and these Rivets bats are picking up where they left off yesterday, not getting a lot of contact at all. 2 outs, nobody on here, top of the first. Past 2 games, they've waited till the 7th inning to get a hit. 2 hit last night, 3 hit the night before by the Wisconsin Woodchucks. That one way off the plate, count goes 1-0. Kubo throws the 1-0, swung on and missed by Vanel. Now a 1-1 upcoming to K. Bonnell, playing DH today for the Rockford Rivets. Ryan Cole on deck, Parker Bates in the hole. That one called strike, count now 1-2. So after a first pitch ball, Kubo working his way back to a pitcher's count. Here's the 1-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Check swing. Appeal over to third base, says he didn't go. Pitch was high, count goes 2-2. 14th pitch of the day upcoming for Trayson Kubo in his first inning of work. K. Bonnell batting .247 on the year, tied for the Rivets leading home runs with 2. That one swung on by Bonnell. Will go to the shortstop, Robertson. Robertson fields and throws to first, so a ball hit into fair territory, but it'll be a ground out for out number 3. We'll be right back as Alex Basaviches will get to work for the bottom of the first. Alex Basaviches will be on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. He has 1 appearance thus far this year. Through 2 innings against Wisconsin Woodchucks, it was a loss. And in those 2 innings, allowed 4 hits and no earned runs. It was out of relief. Brian Smith keeping with the tradition of letting guys that he thinks are going to start get a couple innings out of relief to start off the year. No strikeouts, no walks for Basaviches. First pitch from Brody Wofford is a foul ball. He's the type of pitcher that's going to put a ball out for you to hit, and you'll probably hit it, but the chance of you putting it in a spot where his defense can make a play are pretty high. That's the reason he's been successful. Ball there, count goes 1-1. Swing and a miss there. First strikeout of the season is 1 strike away for Alex Basaviches. Tinley Park, Illinois native, 5'11", 190 pounds. Doesn't throw the ball extremely hard. Makes it look real casual when he's pitching out there. 1-2. That one is going to be hit to Hal Hughes over at short. He'll field and throw over to Parker Bates for out number 1. That's the type of stuff he forces batters into. And the batting lineup he's going to see from the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters today. Leading off Brody Wofford, he just grounded out. Ethan Stringer will bat second. Ty Duvall in third. Jack Thomas Wold fourth. Dunham fifth. Rivas sixth. And the bottom three are Schmidt, Robertson, and Wiley, the second baseman. Now Ethan Stringer, batting .210 on the year, 4 ribbies for him. Swinging first pitch again to Hal Hughes. And that one is a quick 6-3 ground out. Ty Duvall now will be up at the plate. Duvall last night had a home run for these Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, and it was pretty much the nail in the coffin for the Rockford Rivets as they were getting no hit at that point, and Tanner Probst came on in relief. First pitch misses. Count goes 1-0, only 75-mile-per-hour pitch from the Savages. 1-0 coming out of Duvall. That one swung on high. Pop up right over, and the second baseman, Kean O'Brien, will snag that one right on the right field line for out number 3. 1-2 inning from both pitchers. We'll be right back for the top of the second. Ryan Cole will lead us off here. First pitch to him, called strike in the zone at 90 miles per hour. A big contrast from Alex Basavich's 77, which was the top that I saw him throw last inning. The 0-1 now, no outs here. Check swing didn't go. In the dirt, count goes 1-1. Battle Creek, Kalamazoo already knotted up at 3-3. Over there at Homer Stryker Field. Mankato leading Eau Claire 3-0. Green Bay, Wisconsin all knotted at 1 apiece. That one down Main Street, called strike, count goes 1-2. Lakeshore and Fond du Lac 0-0 in the third. Lacrosse leads Duluth 4-0. Waterloo St. Cloud 0-0. Rochester Wilmar 0-0. Bismarck over Thunder Bay 3-1. And Kenosha Madison all square at 0-0. 6 home runs in an inning 4 home runs in the 8th inning from Kenosha last night as Ryan Cole swings and misses there. He strikes out. Teresa Kubo's 18th pitch of the day. And now Parker Bates will get his crack at Kubo. It has been a tough go of it for the Rockford Rivets bats in the past couple games. First pitch swinging from Bates. It's hanging up there, and backing up is the left fielder Stringer, and he'll make the catch. So one pitch fly out to left field for out number 2. North Division standings right now, Duluth on top, 29-14. Wilmar second, 27-15. Bismarck at 26-17, and Mankato 25-18. Those would be the playoff teams if the season ended today. Waterloo on the bottom of the league, 18 games back of the first place Duluth Huskies. Green Bay is the bottom of the South Division. They're 16 games back of the Madison Mallards in first place. Big swing and a miss there from Logan Michaels. Count now even at 1-1 for these Rockford Rivets. And Logan Michaels, the 1-1. That one called strike down the middle. Both pitchers really coming right at these guys. Logan Michaels batting 167 on the year, only his 3rd game in a Rivets uniform. Played yesterday against the Rafters, played 2 days ago against the Woodchucks, making his third straight start. Swings on that one. High fly ball. Backing up is the left fielder and makes a nice snag right at the warning track. And props to Stringer there, who never really had a good read on it until it was in his glove. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to Jack Thomas Wold, fouled back. Count goes 0-1. For Wold, I think he broke his bat there. He's going to, no, actually he's just going to go and reapply some chalk here. Get his grip a little bit better. Grabbing it from the man in the hole, Stephen Rivas. And Jack Thomas Wold, so after a slight delay there to do that, puts his hand in the dirt as well. And he's going to step back up to the plate today. The Rockford Rivets wearing their black tops with yellow lettering on the bottoms, the ash gray, and the usual stirrups. That one swung on from Jack Thomas Wold over to Kean O'Brien at second. That's going to be a 4-3 ground out for out number 1 in this inning. On the other side, Wisconsin Rapids Rafters wearing their all-white unis with the burgundy sleeves that they wore yesterday as well. So far, every batter for both sides have been retired. A couple big fly balls from the Rivets last inning, but no side has been able to break through thus far. Jacob Dunham, the DH for the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors, is up now. .274 batting average on the year. No home runs, 11 ribbies. First pitch on the inside, called ball. Count goes 1-0, 76 mile per hour pitch from Basavich's there. Dunham listed as a catcher on the roster. Plainfield, Illinois native, gets a called strike there. Plays his college ball at Northern Illinois. Here's the 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Count goes 2-1. One out here, nobody on. Dunham sees that one. Broken bat, got its way up and into the glove of Kean O'Brien for out number 2. The Savages, 7 pitches in the first inning, 6 as of right now in this inning. Stephen Rivas will be the number 6 man in the Rafters lineup, and he's going to come to play with 2 outs here. Nobody on, bottom of the second inning. Rafters and Rivets all knotted at 0 apiece right now. Rivas, lefty out of Long Beach State. First pitch to him, called strike, count goes 0-1. Rivas on the year, 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, 208 batting average. Swing and a miss there on the 64 mile per hour off-speed pitch from Basavich's. And you heard me correctly, 64 is where his top speed is at. A big difference from Nolan Gazowski. If you follow the season, Gazowski, a reliever at the beginning of the season with the Rivets, his off-speed pitch was around 85. That's a ball on the outside. Count goes 1-2, 2 outs here. Nobody on. That last inning break there in the middle of the inning, a big, colorful bird came on, took Zach Segal's glove and threw it over the left field wall. Hal Hughes will get this pop-up in the infield for out number 3. We'll be right back. Nobody scored, nobody on for either side. We'll see you in 90 seconds. Top of the third inning now. Hal Hughes will lead us off, trying to become the first man on either side to get a hit. That one in there called strike. It's continuing thus far a trend of a lot of pitching battles that we've seen in Rivets games. Rivets no hit through 6 innings in each of their last 2 games. That one swung on by Hal Hughes, fouled away. Count now 0-2 on that 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Hal Hughes this year batting .286, 14 ribbies for the LSU shortstop. The 0-2. Swung on. Going to be a weak hit ground ball to Robertson over at short. Robertson throws across the diamond. A good throw and a good stretch by Wold there to catch a ball that was a little bit high for the 5'10" freshman out of UNLV. But nonetheless, 6-3 ground out for out number 1. Now Brock Martin, the number 8 batter in this lineup, playing left field today. The outfielders for the Rivets haven't gotten a lot of work thus far. It's the first time he's really been able to do much this game. That one is fouled back. Count's going to go 0-1. Both pitchers coming out here really just coming right at batters, throwing strikes and saying, hit it if you can. 71% strike rate from the Savages, and for Kubo, a 74% strike rate. The 0-1, that one's on the inside of the plate. Count goes to 1-1, and that evens them up. Both pitchers, 71% of their pitches have been strikes. 246 on the year for Brock Martin, and that's going to get by for the first hit of the game. And the Rivets will not be no hit through 6 innings today. And no doubter as that one sliced through. Little oppo action for the righty, and he's on with 1 out. Got just by the glove of the right field, or of the shortstop, Wiley, and into the glove of the right fielder, Wofford. Brock Martin, not much of a threat running the base paths. Zach Segal at the dish, 0.95 batting average on the year. No home runs, no RBIs. Pickoff attempt over there and kind of a slow motion slide from Brock Martin. Kubo about to pitch his 30th pitch of the day thus far. Here it is, swung on by Segal, fouled back, and out of play. An 0-1 coming now, 1 out. Brock Martin on first. First chance for the Rivets. That last pitch was the first pitch either side has seen with a runner on. Another pickoff attempt over to first base. Brock Martin slides in safely again. Kubo making sure to keep him close to the bag over there. Another check on over on him on first. Glancing over there is the righty Kubo. Segal dropped to bunt and pulled back. Brock Martin with a big leadoff jump there, hoping that Segal would get contact with that one, but Segal pulls back. Brock Martin dives back into first after the throw by Duvall, but he will be safe. The pitch will be a ball. Counts 1-1 with 1 out. Martin still on first. Top of the third inning here between the Rafters and the Rivets. Rivets trying to get back to their winning ways that they saw early in the season. That one down Main Street, called strike. Count goes 1-2, 1 out. Big 2-strike pitch here coming from Trayson Kubo with Brock Martin on first with 1 out. Kubo sets. Time called by the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire today, Corey Gerber. Usual clockwise rotation from the umpires on the second day of a 2-game series between teams. That one off the outside of the plate, snagged well by the catcher Duvall. Counts now even at 2-2 for Zach Segal. Segal started his Northwoods League summer after finishing his freshman year at Stanford by heading to St. Cloud. And after his stint there, was let go by the team. Called up Brian Smith. Smith said, we got a spot for you here. That one's going to be into shallow left, and it's going to get down for a hit. So Segal with a big hit there on a 2-2 pitch, and all of a sudden runners on first and second. And the leadoff man, Reback, will come to the plate. Top of the lineup here. 1 out, runners on first and second. 0-0 count, 0-0 pitch. Upcoming from Kubo. Showing a little bit of a crack after a pretty spectacular first 2 innings. 221, 17 ribbies for Reback. Strikeout on the day. Kubo sets, glances at Martin over on second. Throws the 0-0. That one's on the inside. Called ball. Count goes 1-0. It was looking that Reback struck out on a full count pitch. Reback didn't like the call, but looked like a strike. Now the 1-0 to Reback. Segal on first, Brock Martin on second. That one's going to miss. Count's going to be 2-0 now. Kubo, 13th pitch of the inning there. Not climbing too far up. And with 1 out here, biggest at-bat of the day for either side. That one's off the outside of the plate. Now a 3-0. Big hitters count for Brennan Reback with Brock Martin in second. Zach Segal at first. Let's see if he'll get the green light here with the 3-0. I would think it'd be unlikely for him to swing at this one, but you never know if he gets one he thinks he can hit. Brian Smith, the manager for the Rockford Rivets, over at third. Kubo will set to throw the 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Called strike. Reback took a turn out of the box like maybe he thought he was walking, but it was one of those that really could have gone either way for him. And now a 3-1 count. 1 out here, runners on first and second. 0-0 ball game between these two teams. Couple glances from Kubo over to Brock Martin on second. Here's the 3-1. That one's going to miss. And there will be ball 4. Bases will be loaded for Kubo right now. Kubo on the season has not really, I wouldn't call it gotten worse, but in terms of earned runs, in 2 out of his first 3 outings, he didn't allow an earned run. And then in his last 3 outings, he's allowed a total of 5 earned runs. 3 of those coming against Green Bay, who is last in the South Division, on July 5th. Here's the first pitch to Kean O'Brien. That one's going to miss. Count's going to go 1-0. Hitters count, 40th pitch of the day for Trayson Kubo. Kubo, the starting pitcher for the Rafters tonight. His dad played collegiate baseball for Hawaii Pacific University. His sister actually played softball at Weber State. That pitch to Kean O'Brien, swung on and missed. A fly ball to the outfield should be able to score Brock Martin from third right here, but this is one of the reasons that the Rivets offense has struggled. And in situations like this, with the sacrifice opportunity in play, the Rivets haven't been able to put the right bat to it. Kean O'Brien now trying to break that skid and, for the first time in a couple games, put a run on the board before the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back, and now 1 strike away from a big strikeout is Trayson Kubo. Kean O'Brien 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. Only 1 ribby on the year for the Kent State infielder. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back. Just staying alive is Kean O'Brien. Brock Martin at third. Not the fastest guy on this Rivets team, not the slowest guy on the Rivets team. Should be able to score on a fly ball that is medium, or long in the outfield. Another 1-2 coming as the catcher Duval is going to go talk with Trace and Kubo real quick, and with the gloves over the mouths, whisper a couple pointers of how they're going to get out of this bases loaded jam right now for Kubo. Opposing batting average against Kubo, 186, a whip of 1.19. Opposing on base percentage is 292. Here's a big 1-2. One out, bases loaded. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout for Trace and Kubo. And that's what you see from the Rockford Rivets in situations like that. They haven't been able to come up with a big hit or at least a big time to make contact with the ball. A ball on the ground there would have put the ball in double play opportunity for the Rafters defense, but at least put the pressure on them. You're never going to be able to score that run unless you get a steal of home, unless you can put that ball in play. Now 2 outs, bases loaded. Brock Martin on third. Zach Segal on second. Brennan Reback on first. First pitch on the outside edge. Called strike. Count goes 0-1. Cabanel grounded just short his first time up. That won't get the job done here. 1-0, swung on, and it's going to be foul down the first base line. That would have scored 2 runs, maybe even 3 with Reback on first, as it just snuck to the right of the first base bag. And now an 0-2 coming for Cade Bunnell. Batting .247 on the year, the Rivets leader, tied with Pat Leffler in home runs with 2. Not a power hitting team is this Rivets squad. They play small ball, and here's the time to do it. A base hit down there, a lot of room on either side. If Cade Bunnell can sneak it fair. The 0-2 to Bunnell. Swung on, that again down the first base line, and again foul. A bouncing ball right to the first baseman for the Rivets, or the first base coach for the Rivets today, Cooper Kane. Again, Duval's going to go talk with Kubo. They're going to communicate quickly about how to get out of this one. Brian Smith over on third base. Right now being the third base coach, right next to Brock Martin. Smith says a few words to Martin over there. And a big 0-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Called strike 3, and the Rafters get out of the jam. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third in 90 seconds. Back here, Matt Schmidt going to lead us off at the bottom of the third inning against Alex Basaviches. 17 pitches thrown today for Basaviches. First pitch is high. Count goes to 1-0. 188 on the year is Matt Schmidt. 1 home run, 14 ribbies. Swung on. He's going to hit that one. And both teams getting their first hit of the day in the third inning here. Singled out to left field. Brock Martin involved for the first time. And now, with nobody out, runner on first for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Peyton Robertson comes to the plate now. Robertson, Orange, Texas native, Louisiana State Shreveport player, 5'7", 164. Just finished his sophomore year down there in Shreveport. 0-0. Lowers to bunt. It will go to the first baseman, Bates, and Bates will be able to toss to the pitcher, Basaviches, for the first out. So that sac bunt advances Schmidt to second. And on a pretty perfect one down the first base line, Bates, the usual outfielder turned first baseman, makes that play. Now 1 out, runner in scoring position for the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Jordan Wiley up now. Wiley playing second base today. 5'11", 175, Rochester Hills, Michigan native, Kalamazoo College infielder. First at bat for the Raptors with the runner in scoring position today. That one in there for a called strike. Count goes 0-1, 76-mile-per-hour pitch from Basaviches. And now this is a great view right after the Rivets had a big chance with the bases loaded in 1 out. Now the Rafters have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Going to be good to see the comparison of how each team can handle it. That one's going to miss. Count's going to go 1-1, 66-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch from Basaviches. Wiley Jr. at Kalamazoo College. The 1-1, 1-out runner on second. That one missed by the southpaw. Basaviches missed the zone. Count now, a hitter's count for Wiley at 2-1. Wiley batting in the bottom of this lineup. Number 9 hole. On deck for the Raptors, Brody Wofford and Stringer, the left fielder. 2-1 coming. Some glances over to second. Throws that one. It's going to be down this right field line, and it's going to fall foul. And the second time in this inning, the difference between a run and no runs for both sides is just to the right of that right field line. Rivets are going to get a mulligan just like the Rafters got on a Cade Bunnell hit that just went right of first base. Here's a 2-2 coming. Big strikeout it would be for Basaviches, his first of the year as well. If he can do it here, if he can get one by Wiley, the 2-2. Glances over to second. Here's the pitch, high fly ball. Brock Martin out and left. A little bit of a trouble for the left fielders, just like last night. Sun coming in hard on them, but he makes the grab for out number 2. And Schmidt is going to have to hold at second for the time being. Back to the top of the lineup. Right fielder for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, Brody Wofford, 0 for 1 today. He had a better day yesterday. Was able to get a hit on Cooper Kane, a Rockford Rivets pitcher, on a day where both pitchers seem to be pretty hard to beat. .336 batting average, 6 home runs for Wofford this year. Also got speed, that's why he's batting in the leadoff spot. Basaviches steps off the mound and gets Schmidt over on second to scuttle back. The 0-0 still waiting to come from Basaviches to Wofford. Lefty on lefty matchup here Advantage typically goes to the pitcher in this type of situation. First pitch misses high and outside. Count goes 1-0. 2 outs here. Runner on second. 0-0 ball game between the Rafters and the Rivets. Battle Creek just taking the lead on Kalamazoo over at Homer Stryker Field. They're up 5-4 in their little I-94 rivalry over in Western Michigan. The 1-0. That one's going to miss as well. Count goes 2-0. 2 outs. Runner still on second. That's Schmidt batting in the 8th spot for the Rafters today. And he got on with a single to left field, the 2-0. That one is going to miss high, I believe. Count goes 3-0. The way the press box is situated here at the Rafters Stadium is we're perched pretty high above home plate here. Hard to see the high and low parts of the strike zone. 3-0 off the edge of the plate, called strike. Count goes 3-1 now. Here's a 3-1 now coming. 2 outs, runner on second for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, fouled away. And so what this does do for the Rafters right now is the runner on second, Schmidt, will be going on anything with 3-2 count here and 2 outs. He's got the all go sign from third base coach. And so Schmidt will run on anything. A base hit here from Brody Wofford should get him home. That one swung on, popped up, and a chance for the third baseman, Ryan Segal. Segal, big catch here, and he makes it in foul territory for the 3rd out of this inning, and a missed high five on Hal Hughes. But we'll be right back for the top of the 4th, 0-0. Top of the 4th inning, no score for either side. Ryan Cole will lead us off for the Rockford Rivets. Still looking for their first run since 2 nights ago in the 8th inning. 2-1 loss to the Wisconsin Woodchucks. Here's the 1-0 now. Count will go 2-0. Kubo, right around 50 pitches on the day. 212 batting average from Ryan Cole. His only home run of the year coming in Madison in the duck pond. Slapped a big shot over the left field wall from a guy his stature who just got a little chin music there as the count goes 3-0. for a guy his stature, really had a lot of pop on that one hit. Has had a couple hits that have been pretty heavily hit, but unfortunately for him, they've been in Rivets Stadium where balls aren't going to find their way out. He's going to walk on 4 pitches, and Duvall will throw it back to Kubo, taking a little more steps than usual on that throwback, getting a little bit closer, maybe saying something to him. But now, with a leadoff man aboard for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, a big test here and chance for the Rivets. When the leadoff man got aboard for the Rafters, they dropped down a sacrifice bunt right away and advanced him to second. Ryan Cole swinging first pitch. Parker Bates will back up Rivas in center, and Rivas will get under it for out number 1, excuse me. 1 pitch fly out there, and that's exactly the type of ball they would have wanted with the bases loaded in the last inning with 1 out, but not able to get it then, get it now. And really no use for the Rivets except to get them 1 out closer to the end of the inning. Logan Michaels 0 for 1 on the day. Found his first hit yesterday to break up the no-hitter by the Rafters pitcher. Now swings on the first pitch and fouls it back. Count goes 0-1. That pitcher was Gareth Stroh yesterday. He only allowed 1 hit in his 7 innings work. McCreakin coming in relief, only allowed 1 hit as well, and it wasn't really his fault. It was just a hit to the gap that was lost by the left fielder and center fielder that ended up plopping down between them. That turned into a double for Ryan Cole. Another foul ball there. Counts 0-2, 1 out, runner on first now for the Rockford Rivets. Here's the 0-2 to Logan Michaels, future Virginia Cavalier. Ryan Cole fakes a steal there, kind of does a little bit of a jump, enough to make Kubo throw over to first, and Cole's back in standing up. But pretty close there as he set himself quite a bit a ways from the bag. And here's the 0-2, a long look at Reback. That one's going to be hit up the middle, double play opportunity, 6, 4, and 3. And there's the double play. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 4th in just a few moments. First pitch that Ethan Stringer sees, squares to bunt, pulls back, count goes 1-0 as the ball misses. Stringer 210, batting average on the year, another ball outside. As he showed bunt there on that first pitch, maybe a mix of strategy coming from the Rafters right now. 2-0 coming. That one off the outside of the plate, now 3-0. And for the second time in this fourth inning, the leadoff batter threatening to get on with a 4-pitch walk. Ethan Stringer will see the 3-0 off the outside of the plate and a 4-pitch walk. He's going to be on first with no outs. Stringer out of Louisville, Covington, Kentucky native, sophomore, 6', 195. Now the catcher, Ty Duvall, who smacked a home run last night, 5'11", 190-pound Lebanon, Ohio native. We'll see his first pitch, plays his college ball with the Commodores down at Vanderbilt. Duvall, 2 home runs after his 3-run shot last night. 16 ribbies as well for the Commodore. That one's going to miss a little bit high, I think. 5 straight balls from Savages to start off this inning. Savages sets on the mound. Pickoff attempt over to first. Trying to catch the outfielder Stringer. Sleeping over there. Can't get him there as he's back in standing up. Bottom of the fourth inning here. 0-0 runner on first. 1-0 pitch upcoming. No outs. That pitch off the outside of the strike zone. Just nicks it for a called strike. Count goes 1-1. 2 hits by the Rivets today. 1 by the Rafters. Both teams threatening with runners in scoring position in the last inning. Each of them had 1 out as well. That 1-0 breaking ball misses off. Count goes 2-1. 63-mile-per-hour pitch there, off-speed one from Basaviches. Here's the 2-1 now. Long set from Basaviches on the mound. Glances over, and another pickoff attempt over to first. Parker Bates over there, one of the storylines. Fall, only second game played at first base. Played last Saturday as well. At first, just trying to get his reps in any way he can. Usually an outfielder for the Rivets. That pitch is going to miss high. Just throwing these ones outside of the strike zone, some of them. That one was a 74-mile-per-hour pitch from Basaviches. I have a 3-1 coming right now. Scoreboard has 2-2. I think it's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Weak ground ball. A chance for Hal Hughes at short. He will throw and get 1 out, but he will not be able to get the runner at second. Stringer. So, again, the Rafters, after a sacrifice hit there, the Rafters will have a runner on second with 1 out. Let's see if they can do better around this time. Jack Thomas Wold will be the man to test it at the dish first. 0 for 1 today is Jack Thomas Wold. Ground out to the second baseman, Kean O'Brien. Bottom fourth here, 1 out. Runner on second. Jack Thomas Wold at the plate. Alex Basaviches at the mound. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good block by Michaels with his chest. Puts it out in front of him. And on second, Stringer's not going to test it. Count stays 1-0. Count goes 1-0, excuse me. Jack Thomas Wold on the year, the UNLV infielder, first baseman, 331. 6 home runs, 34 ribbies. Here's the 1-0. He's going to hit that one, and that one is going to get down in shallow center field. Stringer should be able to score, and he will. And a 1-0 lead now for the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Clutch hitting by Jack Thomas Wold. And an RBI single from the UNLV runner Rebel. Plays like that and clutch hitting like that, that's the reason why he got a vote from me for the All-Star roster. At first base, him and Nico Cavadas both earned my vote. They've been outstanding. Voting ended last night for the All-Star team for the Northwoods League. The teams will be announced later this week. Going to be a good squad here. Both of these teams should have a handful of guys on the team. That one's inside, almost plunking Jacob Dunham. Count goes 1-0. For the Rivets, you have to think Cooper Kane makes it. Nathan Schneiderman's going to be close. One of the relievers that have been really good for the Rockford Rivets this year. And then in terms of the field, there's a lot of guys that have been hot and cold. Hal Hughes has been really good defensively for the Rivets as Logan Michaels is going to go up and talk to this pitcher. A 2-0 pitch upcoming. 1 out here. Bottom of the fourth. Rafters lead 1-0. Over the Rockford Rivets. Trying to hand the Rivets their 4th straight loss. Hal Hughes, you have to think he'd be a good shot to make it. In the infield, the Rivets are having a pretty new roster. Only one of the guys in the infield right now for them has been constant, and that is Hughes. Parker Bates has had some injury trouble. There's a called strike. Count goes 2-1. Bates has had some injury trouble with a cut of his finger on a slide to home that put him out for a couple weeks, and then has not been able to make his way into the outfield that much. Been playing first a couple times since he came back from that one. Brennan Reback out in the center. He's high on the steal count, but his batting average is really taking a tailspin. That one off the edge of the plate, called strike. And count now even at 2-2. Reback and Jacob Vanderwall, I think, are the best chances. Reback, Jacob Vanderwall, and Hal Hughes. I think at least one of those, probably two, will make the All-Star roster to join definitely Cooper Kane and maybe Nathan Schneiderman, the big donkey, as well. The 2-2 swung on down the first base line. It's going to be foul out of play. Count stays 2-2. Longest inning thus far for Alex Basavich's. It's been going up every inning. 7 pitches in the first, 10 in the second, 14 in the third. He's got 16 in this 4th inning right now, and 1 run has come across the plate on him. Jacob Dunham pop out to second base his last time up. Here's the 2-2 off the outside of the plate. Count's going to go full now. Basavich's threatening to put 2 on with 1 out here. If he throws a ball, throws a strike, it's a completely different story. 2 away and only 1 on first. 2 hits for both sides today. Here's a big payoff pitch coming. Basavich's glances over at Wold on first. Throws a pickoff attempt. Snagged by Parker Bates over there. Not used to playing first, like I mentioned. Most of these pickoff attempts from Basavich's, I assume, are coming under the impression that Bates hasn't played a lot of first. And so they've been pretty weak throws just to keep Wold safe there. And then on a base hit to right field, maybe enough to keep Wold over there on first. That one's fouled away. Count stays 3-2. No home runs on the year for Jacob Dunham. 11 RBIs. A 3-2 coming again. Full count. Long at bat. Dunham, the DH today for the Rafters. The 3-2 misses the zone, and it was right down the middle, but maybe a little bit low, it seems, to Dunham there. 50th pitch of the day for Alex Basavich's is a full count walk, and Steven Rivas now making his way up. And the leader for the Rafters in home runs this year can bust this game even more open for the Rafters with 1 good swing of the bat. A 3-run home run for the Rafters last night, but as well, the Rivets also could turn 2 and get out of this inning as well. An 0-0 coming to Steven Rivas. swung on and missed by Rivets in the dirt, and you have to think a guy like Rivets is just chomping at the bit to put a good swing on the slow pitches from Alex Pasavich's. Sets again. One out here. Jack Thomas Wold on second. Dunham on first. Wold got on with an RBI single. Dunham got on with a walk. Another swing and a miss from Rivets. No strikeouts today. 2 walks for Alex Pasavich's. A guy that's going to let you put the ball in play. And that's what he's done today. And up until this inning, it's worked really well. This inning, a leadoff walk, and then Jack Thomas Wold getting him around has been the weakness. That one's off the outside of the plate. Gonna be first ball of the at-bat. Stringer walked to lead off the inning. Duvall grounded out to the shortstop, but it was enough to advance Stringer to second, and then Wold had an RBI single that scored Stringer. Since then, only Dunham has walked. The 1-2. Pasavich just glances at Wold on second. That one misses the strike zone. That one was close. Count goes even at 2-2. Rivets swung on the first 2 pitches. Got behind 0-2. Seen 2 balls go by him now. A 2-2 coming now. 2 runners on, 1 out. Pop out to the shortstop his last time up. This one swung on. Big hit there. And it is going to be a home run. A 3-run shot from Steven Rivets. And now Alex Pasavich's and Logan Michaels are going to talk with the home plate umpire. And the Rivets have been on the wrong side of a couple of those calls this year. Brendan Reback has done that twice where it's been called foul. It seemed like the Rockford Rivets, in my experience thus far this year, whenever a ball has been hit over or even near the pole, the foul pole, it has been called foul. And so now Brian Smith is going to go out to the first base ump, Travis Thompson, and just bring him in here. And I don't think they're going to reverse this call. And he did talk Travis Thompson into going over and pulling Corey Gerber, the home plate umpire. And they're both talking about it. And they're having a pretty good discussion right now. As of right now, it's a home run. And they're really discussing that. And I assume what they're saying is if you don't know for sure that it was foul, if either of them couldn't see for sure if it was foul, then you got to stick with the call on the field. And unfortunately for the Rivets, they're going to affirm that it is a home run. Rivets just got ahead of that pitch and almost pulled it down the right field line. Brendan Reback for the Rivets have been on the wrong side of that call a couple times this year. And a different umpiring crew that the Rivets haven't seen a lot this year. On a situation like that, it's tough to see because in these minor league ballparks throughout the Northwoods League, there's usually no crowd or no stands in the outfield, and it's just like that here at Rafters Stadium, Witter Field. And a tough go of it there as the first pitch to Matt Schmidt is fouled back. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Count goes 0-1. And with no conclusive poll there to show whether it goes fair or not, Rivets on the wrong side of it. That ball misses. Count goes 1-1. 4-0 ball game here on that 3-run shot by Steven Rivets, second night in a row where the Rivets have had a 3-run shot change the game. And here in the bottom of the 4th, not a timely swing of the bat for the Rivets for sure, after runs have seemed very rare for them. Alex Pasavich is at 27 pitches on the inning. That one swung on, going to get into left field for a hit, barehanded snag by Brock Martin off the bounce, but it will be a single here, and you're likely going to see action coming in the Rivets bullpen soon, as Pasavich is at 28 pitches now on the day and only one out. Or 28 pitches on the inning, excuse me, and only one out. 4 hits by the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, 3 of them, coming in this inning. 2 walks as well. First walk was leadoff batter Stringer. He's a couple batters away from being back up. Robertson threatens to bunt. Goes high, count goes to 1-0. 30th pitch upcoming for Alex Pasavich's. The 1-0 upcoming. Peyton Robertson, the 209. Batting on the year. That one is number 30 for him. He's going to need to get 2 outs in the next 4 pitches. And we're going to see the call over to the bullpen soon for somebody to get up and get warm, I'm assuming. Pasavich's. That one's way in the dirt. Here's the 3-0 coming. 3-0 coming to Peyton Robertson from Alex Pasavich's. Threatening to put 2 on again with 1 out. That one down the middle, called strike. And now this one's big, because basically what it's going to do is, unless the Rafters ground into a double play on the next pitch, that one will be a pop-up, and Brock Martin will snag that one in left field. But now what that does is it makes the next pitch so important, and maybe if you're Craig Noto and you want a new pitcher from Rockford, you tell Wiley right here, don't swing at it. Because if he doesn't swing at it, that is guaranteed to be the final inning of work for Alex Pasavich's. This is a critical one right here, and he's not. I don't think he was even thinking about swinging at it. It's a ball. That's 34. Hunter Kime warming up in the bullpen for the Rockford Rivets. The 1-0 coming, and he will come in unless there's a pickoff attempt out, which he's going to try it, but that would be a tough mistake for Schmidt over there at first if he got picked off with 34 pitches on Alex Pasavich's right now. 4-0 ball game here. The Rafters lead the Rivets, and that'll be 35. Misses up high for a ball. Hunter Kime, one of the fairly long relievers used by the Rockford Rivets this year. We'll bring you his stats when he most likely comes in. That one's going to miss. Count's going to go 3-0. Savage just trying to beg to get out of this inning, as the train has really gone off the tracks for him. He was pitching really good coming into this one. 7 pitches in the first, 10 in the second, 14 in the third, but 36 this inning, more than doubling his total from this game, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk there to Alex Pasavich's. And Logan Michaels is going to run up and talk with them. Brian Smith, the manager for the Rivets, is going to come out. While they have a discussion at home plate, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a few moments. Alex Basavich's will stay in, and most likely that mound visit was just Brian Smith telling Basavich's, hey, this is your last batter most likely. Get him out and give Kime a full warm-up, and that one's going to be a high fly ball. Reback running on it, and it will be Kean O'Brien's ball to catch at second base. So Basavich's gets out of the inning, but his day's done. Most likely we'll see Hunter Kime, but first the Rivets offense gets their chance to respond. First pitch swinging from Hal Hughes, fouls that one back and out of play. Count goes 0-1, a 4-run bottom of the fourth for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Puts them up 4-0 here in the top of the fifth. Hal Hughes, second at bat of the day, 286 batting average on the year, 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the shortstop. That one is ball in the dirt. Count goes 2-1 now. Kubo has gone through 4 innings solid thus far. Had a little bit of a crack in the top of the third when he allowed the bases to get loaded with 1 out. But clutch pitching and struggling bats for the Rivets becoming very apparent there as they weren't able to get 1 run to come across and strike first. That one on the inside nicks the zone. Count goes 2-2. Scoreboard for the Northwoods League today. Mankato up 7-2 on Eau Claire. Green Bay and Wisconsin all knotted at 3 apiece. Lakeshore, if Green Bay Bullfrogs, as that one is inside, but that one does not nick the zone. If the Bullfrogs are able to win tonight, and the Rivets are not, then the Rivets have the longest active losing streak in the South Division, as their losing streak could stretch to 4 games. Swung on by Hughes. That one's going to go down the right field line and fall just foul. That one goes fair. It has double, maybe triple written all over it. Count stays full at 3-2. Lakeshore up 3-2 on Fond du Lac. Lacrosse up 5-1 on Duluth. St. Cloud 7-0 over Waterloo, who have the longest active streak out of any team in the Northwoods League. Wilmar 2-0 on Rochester. 8-5 Battle Creek over Kalamazoo. 3-1 Bismarck over Thunder Bay. And the Mallards The Kingfish are all netted up at 4 apiece. It will be a ball up high to Hal Hughes. He's going to walk to lead out the inning. And let's see what the Rivets can do for a second straight inning with a leadoff runner aboard with no outs. Last inning, it was Ryan Cole that walked to lead off the inning. He was not able to advance as the Bates fly out, and then Logan Michaels grounded into a double play. Ended that inning pretty quickly. On the other hand, the Rafters were able to walk their first batter. It ended with 4 across. That one is up near the head of Brock Martin, and I don't think that got him, but it got the glove of the catcher, Ty Duvall, who had to stretch up to grab that one. Didn't get a velocity on that one, but it's definitely a ball up there. Just avoided the head of Brock Martin. Brock Martin's already been plunked in the head with a pitch this year. He was okay from that one, but not what you like to see if you're a batter there. So now Hal Hughes will advance to second on a wild pitch. Counts now 1-1. As that one's in there for a strike. Hal Hughes scoring position with no outs. The Rivets need a response right here, or else they might never be able to have one. The 1-1 Kubo, a couple glances at Hughes. Big swing and a miss from Brock Martin. On the year, only 23 hits allowed by Trayson Kubo. On the mound, 3 walks today, put his total at 20 walks on the season, but 5 strikeouts put him at 37. On the year, 10 ribbies for Brock Martin. Swing and a miss there, and he's going to strike out. 6th strikeout of the day, 38th of the season for Brock Martin. Next, now Zach Segal will come up. Singled to left field his first time up. One of the 2 hits against the against the Rafters pitcher, Trayson Kubo this year. Brock Martin, the man who just struck out, was the last one. 136 batting average for him on the year. Kubo sets, takes a couple glances at Hughes on second. That one's on the inside, called ball. Count goes 1-0. So Hal Hughes getting to second with no outs, and the 2 guys who have hits already today right after him, one of them needs to take charge here. Brock Martin wasn't able to do it with a strikeout. Now Segal will foul that one back. Count goes 1-1. The thing that Brian Smith has really preached during this cold streak for the Rockford Rivets, where they've lost 8 out of the last 10, he said, I'll tell you what, it's somebody needing to take charge of this offense. Somebody needs to get hot, and then everybody else can follow. And right now that has been the ultimate struggle for the Rivets bats. Trying to find somebody, a pickoff attempt back to second there. Wiley over at second, just a hair late with the tag as Hughes dives back in safe. Excuse me. Zach Segal looking for his first RBI of the year. A base hit here. Has a chance of it. Hal Hughes got wheels. The 1-1. Thought about it, didn't go. Count goes 2-1 now. Hitters count. Time called by Duvall. He's going to come back up to the mound to personally deliver the ball back to Trayson Kubo. 70 pitches on the day for Kubo now. That was number 70. So a brief conversation between Duvall and Kubo. And now a 2-1 upcoming to Zach Segal. Corey Gerber, home plate umpire, puts it back in play. Kubo sets on the mound. Another glance over at Hughes, who's been at second for a while. Starts his windup and pulls back. The 3 Rivets that have walked today, Brendan Reback, Ryan Cole, and Hal Hughes, who are probably the 3 fastest guys in this Rivets lineup. A 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Swung on by Segal. High fly ball. But it's going to be only into shallow left center and into the glove of Stringer, the left fielder. Now Brennan Reback, 0 for 1 today. A walk and a strikeout. Here's the 0-0. That one's going to miss low. Count's going to go 1-0 because the Rivets have seen Kubo this year. Seen the guys that have been here since the beginning of the year have also seen him. Guys like Reback. Reback on the year batting .333 against Kubo. The 1-0 coming after that first pitch missed low. Time called. And a half-hearted pitch there. Doesn't matter. Count stays 1-0. 2 outs here. Reback been in a big slump recently. A base hit right here would really take a lift off his shoulders. The 1-0. Reback 0 for 1 today. Walk, strikeout. Long pause from Kubo and a pickoff attempt over there, and a good snag by Robertson, the shortstop. Really, the pressure was on there for him to just make the snag, as it was a little bit of a wild attempt from Kubo. Trying to catch Hughes. They're not liking the distance that he's leading off the bag thus far. Reback will see the 1-0. That one off the outside of the plate. Count goes to 2-0. Reback just crested 20 steals yesterday. Only been snagged, only been caught stealing one time this year. Swung on by Reback. He's going to slice that one down the left field line. Probably end up getting, I believe, into the Wisconsin Rapids bullpen, which there is one pitcher up right there. Looks like he has a towel in his hand. Not necessarily warming up, more of just kicking some dirt around, I guess. 2-1. That one on the outside corner of the strike zone. Counts now even at 2-2. 89-mile-per-hour fastball for the Rivets bullpen. It looks like Hunter Kime will be coming in next inning. Here's the big 2-2 pitch to Brennan Reback, top of the 5th. Long inning, but nothing across for the Rivets right now. High and outside. Counts now full. 92-mile-per-hour fastball from Kubo there. One of the reasons why he probably has a chance to go to the All-Star game for the Rafters this year. Here's a big payoff pitch coming to Brennan Reback from Trayson Kubo. Gonna miss. High and outside again. Same location as the last pitch. And now the power goes into the hands of Kean O'Brien. 0 for 2 today. 0 for 2 today and a .278 batting average. 2 strikeouts on the day for him. He hasn't put a ball into fair territory yet this year. But the fact of the matter is he's got 2 of the fastest guys on this Rivet squad in the lineup. And if you're going to get a ball here that can be hit for 1 or 2 bases, these are the guys to do it on base with. Now it'll be the coach for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters calling the infield in, but doesn't look like he's going to take the ball from Trayson Kubo, but the entire infield is in. We'll be right back for more of the top of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. Just a quick mound visit here. Kean O'Brien now at the dish. Kubo stays in the game. 78th pitch coming from him. First pitch. Right down Main Street, called strike. They're coming after these Rivets batters right here. And honestly, if I'm the Rafters coach, Craig Noto, if I'm their pitching coach, Joe Haumacher, I'm just saying throw these in the strike zone because the Rivets haven't been able to hit against the Rafters. 4 hits in a game and a half this series. That one in the zone, fouled back by Kean O'Brien. It's just a funk right now where probably for the Rivets it's as much of a mental game as it is a physical, or as it is a physical game. Just not able to find it here, and with the exception of the one close game against Battle Creek where they won 2-1, it's really been a lot of good pitching and not a lot of bats. That one swung on, fouled back again by Kean O'Brien. He's down 0-2. 1 ribby on the year for Kean O'Brien. With the 2 strikeouts today, it drops his average from 313 to 278. Trying not to strike out for the 3rd time. Here's the 0-2. Kubo would be big to get out of this inning. Swung on, high fly ball down the right field line. It's going to get into the Rivets bullpen and out of play. This stadium here at Witter Field is one of the few stadiums in the league, actually, that don't have the on-the-field bullpens. The Rivets have one. And the Woodchucks, where the Rivets just came from, kind of have a half of one where they're out of play. Their bullpen's out of play over the left field wall. The Rivets bullpen is in deep right field foul territory. Now an 0-2 coming. Another one. Kean O'Brien trying to stay alive and not strike out. A pickoff attempt over to second and safe as Hal Hughes dives in just in time. Robertson, the shortstop, thought he got him. Was starting to finish a loop and a trot off the field. But the ump over there, Dylan Callahan, says, not this time. Another 0-2 coming. Hal Hughes' jersey is really dirty. That one's fouled off of Kean O'Brien. Reback is going on any contact. Even a weak foul ball there. Reback wants to score on any sort of hit here. Any sort of ball that could be a double will likely score him from first, but first the Rivets need to put one into play here. 0-2. Misses high and outside. First ball of the at-bat as Kean O'Brien has seen 6 pitches already, 5 of them strikes in this at-bat. Kubo, 63% strike percentage today, 56% in this inning. The 1-2. Off the outside of the plate. Count now even at 2-2. 84 pitches on the day for Kubo. In this inning, 28. That's another reason why this at-bat is so critical. Most likely could be his last inning of work. But if he gets out of it on the next couple pitches, there is a chance we see him back. 2-2 coming, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch, fouled away. And Kean O'Brien will not die. Not yet, at least. Cade Bunnell on deck. Kean O'Brien is really fighting away to try and be the biggest hit that the Rivets have seen since probably more than 10 games ago. Two Rivets win in the last 10 games, both of those coming by 1 run against Battle Creek. Here's the 2-2 coming. Kubo sets on the mound. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one called strike 3, and that is the top of the 5th inning. We'll be right back in 90 seconds for the bottom of the 5th. Hunter Kime in to pitch now for the Rockford Rivets. First pitch goes high to Ethan Stringer, the man who led off last inning. Final line for Alex Basavich's 4 innings pitched, 4 runs scored, 4 hits allowed. Another ball in there. 0 strikeouts and 3 walks for the Robert Morris pitcher. Not a bad outing, but that 3-run home run really sank his ship there and pushed him over 35 eventually, so he was not able to return. Another pitch there is a ball. Counts now 3-0. Hunter Kime now into the ball game for the Rockford Rivets. Kime on the gear. He had a long stretch where he didn't play, but since that, coming out of it, there's a called strike in there to Ethan Stringer. Stringer 0 for 1, walked his last time up, later scored the first run of the game. As of right now, if the score holds, the winning run. No decisions on the year for Hunter Kime, 0-0 record, as that one goes outside of the plate and just nicks it. Counts now full at 3-2. 5.19 ERA for Kime, 6 games played, 8 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts to 10 walks. Here's the payoff pitch from Kime. And it's going to be swung on. Playable ball for Hal Hughes over at short, throws to first for out number 1. So Stringer goes down on the 6-3 ground out. Kime last time playing was 6 days ago against the Wisconsin Woodchucks. In the 14-12 loss, he threw 1 inning, allowed 3 earned runs on 2 hits and 3 walks. Couldn't ever really find his accuracy that day, and that was kind of the thing that sank his ship. That shot his ERA up from 2.35 to 5.19. So 1 bad outing his last time up, but other than that, has really had some solid outings. He was able to get the job done against Fond du Lac. Not a great job done, but threw 1 out and allowed 3 runs, but only 1 of them was earned. That was probably his worst outing of the year before his last time out against the Woodchucks. There was a long stretch of time where the Rivets didn't see him. From June 6th to June 19th, he did not pitch, as that one's a fly ball that's going to get down in the gap. It's going to be at least 2 for Ty Duvall, but a good field from Brennan Reback and throw to the cutoff man, Hal Hughes. It'll end up just being a stand-up double for Duvall. So 1 out, 1 on second. And now Jack Thomas Wold, the man who has the winning RBI right now, coming back to the plate. Last time up, got that RBI single to left center field. 6 home runs on the year for Wold. And now with Duvall on second, instead of Stringer on second, let's see what he can do this time around. The 0-0 in the dirt, and Logan Michaels will block it, but not get enough of it as it leaks behind him, as that one was way in the dirt. And a wild pitch will advance Duvall over to third. Now Jack Thomas Wold has a man even closer, only 90 feet away, and ball to the outfield, most likely can score this run. That one in there, called strike, counts now even, 1-1, 1 out, runner on third. Out of the 7 appearances for Hunter Kime this year, 4 of them he's not allowed a run, but 2 of them he's allowed 3 runs. But one of those times was that game against Fond du Lac, where the Rivets ended up scraping it out as the ball goes there. Count goes 2-1. That was the one where they won 10-9 after Anthony Bullock, the DH for the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, finished it off. That one's a big swing and the miss. Jack Thomas Wold, he makes contact with that one and puts it in fair territory. You got to think it's at least going long enough to score the run from third. 80 degrees here in Wisconsin Rapids, not too humid, so makes for pretty good baseball weather. Slight breeze, and that one's going to be a high fly ball, and Reback should track over and make the catch, and it will be enough to score the runner from third and make it 5-0 Rapids over the Rockford Rivets. A sac fly RBI, 2 RBIs on the day for Jack Thomas Wold. Jacob Dunham will come now. 0 for 1 today. He has a walk in his last time up. That disastrous inning for Alex Bucevich's. He scored off of the 3-run shot from Stephen Rivas. So Hunter Keim now, 2 innings, or 2 outs pitched, and 1 earned run allowed. That one on the outside of the plate. Count goes 1-0 now for Dunham. Nobody on now, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. 5-0 in advantage. The Wisconsin Rapids Rafters over the Rockford Rivets. It has been a tough road stand for the Rockford Rivets for the second night in a row. They're down 5-0. Unless they can pull this one off, it's a 0-4 road trip. Big swing and a miss there after a foul ball. Counts now a pitcher's count for Keim at 1-2. If Keim's able to get this out, you have to think he'll probably come back for the 6th inning of work, as Brian Smith. That was a called strike 3. That one was a little bit off the outside of the plate, and I have a pretty good angle from up here, but we'll be right back. I guess Keim will take it. Called strike 3. We'll be back for the top of the 6th. back here for the top of the 6th. K. Bonnell will lead us off 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out for the Indiana Hoosier. New pitcher for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. It's Cole Waits. Waits on the year, a pitcher that the Rivets know fairly well. First pitch he throws in there for a called strike. Waits is West Alabama pitcher, Lawrenceville, Georgia native. 6'3", 180-pound righty. The 0-1 is swung on, fouled back by Cole Waits. Fouled back by K. Bonnell. Cole Waits, his second start of the year was against the Rockford Rivets, in which he threw 3 innings and allowed 8 runs, only 1 of them earned. The Rivets ended up losing that game, or the Rivets ended up winning that game 13-5, their only win over the Rafters this year. Ball there makes the count go 1-2. That one swung on, and it's going to be a nice snag by Jack Thomas Wold over there at first, as that one almost snuck into double play territory. But instead it will be snagged by Jack Thomas Wold. He's going to make the unassisted out over there at first. For Waits, since that game, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities. On June 9th, he came out of the pen against Fond du Lac, threw 1 innings, didn't allow a hit, didn't allow a run. Threw 3 up, 3 down, and then against Lakeshore, a month after that June 9th appearance, on July 9th, he again was used sparingly, only 1 out. He came on, struck out a batter, and left. The opposing on-base percentage against him is .429. The opposing batting average is .259. 7 hits allowed in 6 1/3 innings pitched. So after being a starter for the Rafters to start out the year, that outing against the Rivets was the death of him. And that one is the first hit he's allowed since playing the Rockford Rivets. That was on June 4th. So a month and 7 days later, allows another hit against the same team. If the Rivets are going to start to get by against any pitcher, it's this man. A good defensive play by Jack Thomas Wool, but if he isn't sitting there at double preventative depth close to that line, then you think that could be a double for K. Bonnell, and then with that hit by Ryan Cole up the middle, some damage could be done, but instead, Jack Thomas Wool with that good hold over there at first to get the first out of the inning. A pickoff attempt over to Cole. Now Waits. Throw the first pitch on the inside. Count goes 1-0. Parker Bates, 0 for 2 today. Bates was not with the Rivets when they played the Rafters the first time, so he has not seen Cole Waits on the year or any of the Rafters, actually, because he didn't play yesterday either. And this is only the 4th meeting between the 2 squads. Fouls that one back. 1-1 with 1 out. Runner on first. Upcoming. Top of the 6th here. Going to be a question whether we see more work from Cole Waits, even if he's able to get out of this inning scoreless. It seems that it's been Craig Noto kind of gently putting him back into the flow of things. That pitch, thought about it, didn't go. Count goes 2-1. Now a hitter's count. Cole Waits about to throw his 10th pitch of the inning. Parker Bates looking for his 15th hit of the year. 7 ribbies for him. 1 home run on the first pitch he saw as a Rivet. Since then, he's not been able to put one over the fence. That one is going to get by for another hit. That one on the ground just past the shortstop, Peyton Robertson. And so these Rivets continue having the number of Cole Waits. Another soft ground ball that just made its way beyond the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Peyton Robertson. Cole finds his way to second. Bates on first, but still double play in the cards for the Rafters defense. Now Waits will see Logan Michaels. And talking about double plays, last time Logan Michaels grounded into a double play to end the top of the 4th inning. Let's see what he does this time around. The 0-0 to Logan Waits, looking for his first RBI of the year as a Rivet. Waits throws that one, misses the zone. Count goes 1-0. 86-mile-per-hour fastball from the West Alabama pitcher. No action in the bullpen for the Raptors thus far. Craig Noto and Joe Haumacher, the Raptors pitching coach, presumably giving Waits a chance to get out of this inning before they make any call to the bullpen. Rivets have left a lot of guys on base already today. It started with the bases loaded jam that was gotten out of by starting pitcher Kubo and really swung the momentum. That was in the top of the 3rd inning. Since then, the Rivets have had another inning in which they left 2 on. That one goes outside. 3-0 count, 1 ball away from loading the bases with 1 out. And that would be the 2nd time today that the Rivets have had the bases loaded with 1 out. Last time they weren't able to punch it home. Hal Hughes on deck. He's probably the man, if you're a Rivets fan, that you want up. This type of situation, he's shown up at the plate thus far this season. The 3-0 to Logan Michaels. Let's see if he gets the green light. Waits, sets, glances, deals. Right down Main Street, called strike. I don't think Michaels was even going to consider swinging at that one, even if it came in like a slow pitch softball. Cole Waits, 15th pitch of the inning, upcoming. That one's going to go way outside. It's going to be a wild pitch. Michaels will walk to first, and Cole will round third, but as he was going to be safe at third anyway, just kind of a something you need to check in there. So now 1 out here for Hal Hughes, and you got to think with number 27, Hunter Robichaux, walking to the bullpen now that he's probably the next option for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, and he has not entered the bullpen yet. He's right on the fence, and he's starting to stretch out his arm, it seems, over there. And bases loaded, 1 out. Big opportunity here for the Rivets. They've already had this opportunity in the 3rd inning where they weren't able to get anything from it. Hal Hughes, first pitch outside. Count goes 1-0. Bases loaded, 1 out here. 1 swing of the bat, and this could be a whole new ball game. Life could be found for the Rockford Rivets, down 5-0 against Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. That one swung on and missed. Last time the Rivets had the bases loaded in that top of the 3rd inning, it was Martin on 3rd, Segal on 2nd, Reback at 1st. As that one's off the plate, count goes 2-1. And in that situation, it was Kean O'Brien who struck out swinging and Kay Bennell who struck out looking to end the inning. Now with 1 out, a big hit to the outfield here for Hal Hughes, who isn't really a fly ball type guy, usually puts it on the ground. But a fly ball will get the job done here and get Cole home. That one's going to miss the plate. Waits struggling now to find his accuracy. 5 walks on the year for him coming into this game. But with the walk to Michaels, that puts it at 6 walks. A 3-1 hitters count coming to Hal Hughes now, 20th pitch of the inning. As Cole bluffing a steal of home over there on 3rd. That one swung on by Hal Hughes. That one might have been outside had he let it go. Instead, fouls it back, and now a big full count pitch. 14 ribbies on the year for Hughes. He came to Rockford this summer to get his batting figured out and to get more reps on defense, as he was solid for the LSU Tigers at short this year. But the reason that he was batting at the bottom of the lineup in the 8 and 9 hole a lot is because he still had work to do with his bat. The payoff pitch swung on, fouled back. Hal Hughes wears the number 3. Stands 5'11", 175 pounds. Like I mentioned, just finished his school year. First school year for the future sophomore to be at LSU. Here's another payoff pitch coming to Hal Hughes from Cole Waits. That one off the outside of the plate, and Waits is going to walk home the first run that the Rivets have seen scored since 2 days ago in the 8th inning. And now it might be a situation where it's time to kill the clock a little bit, I guess, and give more time for your bullpen guy to get ready, as that's exactly what Duvall's going to do, as an RBI walk for Hal Hughes. And maybe not the most glamorous way, but 15th RBI of the season nonetheless. Duvall's going to go out, and I'm guessing what you're going to see here is a few guys have their talks with Waits, and then they're going to go back, and then probably Craig Noto is going to come out of the dugout. Tying run will come to the plate here in Brock Martin. No home runs on the year for him. And as you see the third baseman Schmidt and the catcher Duvall go back, still no sign of any coach. And no movement from the Rafters dugout. And there it is. Yep, Craig Noto is going to come out. And so exactly how I drew it up there. The old catcher talk, then manager talk, just to buy a little more time for the man warming up. And let's see if Craig Noto will make the sign. Is he going to come out and he's going to ask Cole Waits, I think, what do you want to do here? That's what it seems. And he's going to ask Waits. Waits nods a couple times. And Craig Noto points to a couple of the bases. Really an active conversation right here. And it's going to end with him taking the ball away. So we'll get you the line for the new pitcher coming in, and maybe just buying more time in that conversation. We'll be right back. One out here, bases loaded, top of the 6th. Big opportunity for the Rockford Rivets. back here, Brock Martin will be at the plate. He's a guy that can hit fly balls to the outfield. So at the least, a sac fly is what's going to be asked of Brock Martin here. At the most, well, he is the tying run at the plate. But no grand slams from the Rivets this year. So it would be a rare. It would be a first. But it would be a very big play if he's able to get this one over the fence in the outfield with the bases loaded. Bates on third, Michaels on second, Hal Hughes on first. The 0-0 coming from the new pitcher, Jonathan Hernandez, swung on high down that right field line, and it is in play, but a lot of foul territory here, and that's the reason pretty much every ballpark in the league that one would have been out of play. Rivets broke the shutout. Last night they lost 5-0. This time, not the most glamorous way of scoring, a bases-loaded walk, but I'm sure the Rivets, the way their bats have been swinging, will take it any way they can. 10 RBIs for Brock Martin on the year, 246. The new pitcher is Jonathan Hernandez, Chapman University junior, 6'1", 180 pounds. Throws from the right side. He's going up against the righty Brock Martin. 1-1 record on the year, 1.84 ERA in 10 games played. All of them appearing out of the pen for the Rafters. That one way in on Brock Martin. He had to really skirt out of the way there as the count goes 1-1. Really sliding back there. One out here, bases loaded. Top of the sixth. He didn't move there. Chances are he gets maybe plunked with that one as he has that open stance and his right knee really jutting in. That one right down Main Street called strike. Count goes 1-2. Five-1 ball game here. A strikeout here for Jonathan Hernandez would really put the Rafters in business and back in control of this game. But one swing could change it. Hernandez, long pause. Here's the pitch on the upper inside part of the zone and misses. Count goes even out 2-2. Another pause, and the pitch. That one's going to be high, and it's going to miss. Ryan Cole's going to run. There will be a play at the plate, and there will be no play at the plate as the throw did not come. And there's the long backstop area here, so a wild pitch will score the run. Count goes full now, and all of a sudden, the runners advance to second and third. That was Parker Bates scoring, not Ryan Cole. I think I initially said Parker Bates. He scores on the wild pitch. Michaels advances to third. Hal Hughes advances to second. 3-2 coming now. That one's going to hit Brock Martin on the hands, I think. And so it will be a hit, but even if he dodges his hands out of the way there, that one still gets called ball 4, and Brock Martin still gets to go to first. So now bases are reloaded. Still one out here, and Segal with a chance to get some sort of RBI on any ball to the middle or deep outfield. Jonathan Hernandez, 6 pitches. Swinging first pitch from Segal. Count goes 0-1 as that one was fouled back. Segal, one of the hits today. He was part of the first bases loaded jam that the Rivets couldn't do anything with. This time the Rivets able to score on a bases loaded walk and a wild pitch. So not able to put a ball in play yet with the bases loaded. As the last time the bases were loaded, there was 2 strikeouts as well. So just trying to put something in the field of play here that's not a double play opportunity. That one down Main Street. Called strike. 0-2 count now. 1 out, bases loaded. Big strikeout. Jonathan Hernandez had the chance with Brock Martin, but after a wild pitch and a couple balls, ended up hitting Martin on the hands and pushing him to first. Time called by Segal. Singled in the top of the 3rd inning. Last time up, flied out to left field. Swung on, fouled away. And so he's doing anything to stay alive. Jonathan Hernandez has seen this Rivet squad before. I mentioned Waite saw this team, started against him on June 4th, which ended up being a loss for the Rafters. On June 5th, the Rafters won 11-2, and Hernandez put in two innings of work and only allowed one hit. That one's high and inside. Segal thought about it. He doesn't want to go down looking here. At the very least, he's most likely going to swing at any ball near the zone. That one wasn't. It was high and inside. Counts now 1-2, 1 out. Over on third is Logan Michaels. First is Brock Martin, and on second is Hal Hughes. Hal Hughes has wheels. Base hit could bring him home. Second time that he's been on second, and last time he was left there. The 1-2 with 1 out, bases loaded. Hernandez to Segal. High in the zone. Doesn't get the call from home plate umpire Corey Gerber. It was very close. And now a 2-2 coming. I think a bug just hit me in the face here. I don't know what that was. So if I made a little bit of a noise, I apologize. 2-2 upcoming. A little rattled after that one. That one is right down Broadway, called strike, and a big cheer from the crowd here. As the second out of the inning is a strikeout looking against Zach Segal. Now the leadoff man, Brennan Reback. He's going to get a chance with the bases loaded. Hernandez, big strikeout for him. 22 strikeouts on the year to 17 walks. Infield looks normal. Outfield looks normal for Reback. Really struggling to find the base paths thus far this season, especially in the last couple games. .219 batting average for him. Swinging first pitch, fouled away. The leader in at-bats for the Rockford Rivets is Brennan Reback. On the year, Reback has typically been near the top of the order every once in a while, shifting to the bottom of the order, but trying to get speed on both ends, usually is Brian Smith. This is his 115th at-bat of the year. That one misses. I think it was a little high there. Count goes 1-1. 5-2 ball game here. The Rafters lead the Rockford Rivets. Bases loaded for Brennan Reback with 2 outs. Big 5-2 pitch right here. Tying run over at first. Swung on. That's going to be a playable ball in the infield. Fielded by the third baseman. And the force out at third for the final out of the inning. The half inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. The score is 5-2 in advantage of the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. First pitch, Stephen Rivas is in there for a called strike. Count goes 0-1 on the Long Beach State outfielder. That one's inside. Count goes 1-1. Hunter Kime back out for his second inning of work. 20 pitches now after 18 in the fifth, and now 2 here on the sixth. Kime, the 1-1. That one's again inside, just missing Rivas. Count now 2-1. Bottom of the sixth here. 5-2 ball game for the Wisconsin Rafters over the Rockford Rivets. Here's the 2-1, swung on by Rivas, fouled away. Rivas is the man that made it 4-0 with his home run to right field. His last time up. That home run was over an hour ago, but it was really only 2 innings ago in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2, misses on the inside. Tried to frame it, did Logan Michaels. Couldn't get the call from Corey Gerber, the home plate umpire. Count now 3-2. Payoff pitch from Kime to Rivas. That one's going to miss, and a leadoff walk will put Rivas on base. And now Matt Schmidt will come up. He's 2 for 2 on the year, or on the day. Not on the year. On the day, 2 singles for Schmidt. Schmidt out of Parker, Colorado originally. I love to see the Colorado representation. As somebody who's from the Rocky Mountain West, goes to school in Colorado right now. It's good to see when some Rocky Mountain guys are on the roster. A pitcher as well from the Wisconsin Rafters. Brecken Lewis is from Cedar City, Utah. Also an Idaho guy. That one's a high fly ball on the first pitch and snagged by Brock Martin, the left fielder. So 1 out now, as Schmidt will go down for the first time this year. Schmidt now plays his college ball at the University of Michigan, so not doing too shabby for himself, as Peyton Robertson comes up to the plate for the Rafters now. First pitch from Kime there, misses the zone. Right down the middle in terms of on the plate or off the plate, but a little bit low. 1-0 count now coming for Robertson. 0 for 1 on the day. Sacrifice bunt his first time up. Flew out to the left in his most recent at-bat. That one's going to hit the strike zone. Breaking ball. I believe it was a breaking ball. Maybe it was a fastball, though, at 85 on the gun. 1-1, 1 out. A throw over there to first. Pickoff attempt. Safe over there. Now in the bullpen, the southpaw out of Western Illinois, JT Baksha, is warming up for the Rivets. Usually you see him in long relief, but he's earned his way to step on the mound. As that one up near the head is a ball. Robertson avoided it, but a great snag by Logan Michaels to throw out Stephen Rivas trying to steal second. What a gun there. Logan Michaels was all over that one. Count goes 2-1, as he's lucky that one didn't, as Kime is lucky that one didn't hit Rivas, but it was in perfect position for Logan Michaels to get up and gun it. 2-1 now. That one's going to go high, and so it could be a very lucky steal attempt gone wrong for Hunter Kime, because if he throws another ball here, instead of putting 2 on with 1 out, there's a strike, count goes full. But instead of putting 2 on with 1 out, a walk here would just mean 1 on with 2 outs. Three-two, gonna miss high and inside. And now the number 9 batter, Jordan Wiley, second baseman, will make his way up. Walked his last time up. Wiley out of Kalamazoo College. 5'11", 175-pound junior, bats on the right side. You'll see him up with 2 outs and Robertson on first. Robertson's got wheels. He almost got on with a sacrifice bunt that was really good and a pickoff right away from Hunter Kime, making sure that he keeps Robertson close over there on first. And the thing you haven't seen from pretty much every other guy other than Brendan Reback is the ability to get picked off a couple times and then go, but we might see it from Robertson here as he was really didn't seem to be bluffing that much with his slide, and maybe that's what Logan Michaels is going to say, is just a few quick words to Kime as he goes up, delivers the ball personally. And the 1-0 pitch upcoming from Kime to Wiley. We'll likely see Baksha in the next inning as long as it will be Kime able to get out of this one with 2 outs, 1-0. That one looked like a strike, but I believe it was low in the zone, maybe, as there was no problems with where it was placed in terms of inside and outside, but the height of the pitch was the problem, it seems. 2-0 with 2 outs coming out of Wiley. That one's down Main Street. Called strike, counts now 2-1 for Wiley. Kime sets to throw the 2-1 pitch. Robertson's still over there on first. Robertson's going. The throw from Michaels is going to go way in the outfield, and Reback will now throw it over to third. And that one will be a stolen base and then an error on the catcher, Michaels. So it seems like he waited until they forgot about him, and now he's put himself 90 feet away. The pitch was a ball. Count goes to 3-1. Stolen base and then an error on the catcher. First error of the game for either side. And now big 3-1 coming to Wiley. That one's going to miss high. Count's going to go to 4-1, and it'll be a walk. As Brody Wofford comes up, he's due for a hit. 0 for 3 on the day, 2 flyouts and a ground out. Brian Smith coming out now, and looks like he's going to bring on JT Baksha to try and close out this inning. Day's done for Hunter Kime. We'll be right back after Baksha gets his warm-up pitches in. JT Baksha in now. Baksha has had his ups and downs this year. Usually you'll see him as the long relief kind of damage control type guy. Of his 9 appearances, only 2 of them have ended up being wins for the Rockford Rivets. First pitch to Brody Wofford, called strike in there, and maybe this was a plan all along that if for Brian Smith, if it got to Wofford the lefty, he was going to bring in his lefty, JT Baksha. Here's the 0-1 off the plate. Logan Michaels snags it, blocks it well, keeps it in front of him. Count goes even at 1-1. So JT Baksha last time up, it was the 14-2 loss to Wisconsin. Through 3 innings, allowed 3 runs, and that one is going to be ripped down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball. Boogieing from first is Wiley. He's going to come home, and it'll be a stand-up double for Brody Wofford at the plate. And the Rafters are back in control of this game on a 2-out double there. And that has been the story of the game. Clutch hitting from the Rafters when it mattered, and for the Rivets, not so much. Wiley will score everybody as there were runners on the corners there. And the only question was whether it fell foul or fair. And when it landed just to the right of left field line, I'm pretty sure everybody knew that Wiley was going to be able to score from first as he was going with 2 outs. That one's going to miss. Count goes 1-0 for the man up now, Stringer, who scored the first run of this game. That one thought about going but didn't go with Stringer. Counts now 2-0, and it got by the catcher Logan Michaels for a wild pitch. Count goes 2-0. Now another run that could make it 8. It is only 90 feet away. Those earned runs will go on Hunter Kimes' stat sheet, but this man at third right now, if scoring, he will go on JT Baksha's, and that one will be a playable ball for JT Baksha, but an error on the pitcher. And now both benches just got warned as Craig Noto and Brian Smith are both coming out to say, why did we just get warned? And to me, I didn't see much, as Craig Noto is going to come over and he's going to say a few words with the catcher, Logan Michaels, and now the first base ump is going over and saying something to the Rockford Rivets dugout. And so there was something going on between Stringer and the catcher, and both managers, kind of like a maybe like a kindergarten teacher would do, brings 2 guys together, and maybe they said they're sorry to each other, and maybe we're moving past it, but we also could be seeing something, I guess, because Stringer will most likely get another at bat in this ball game. But both benches have been warned. That one blocked by Logan Michaels, but blocked well enough that Stringer can't go over there on first. So an E1 is going to score Wofford from third. And get Stringer to first. That one called strike, counts now even at 1-1. So I don't know what exactly the warning was, but nonetheless, the score is 8-2 here at Witter Field, and the train's coming off the tracks this inning as the Rivets showed a little bit of a sign of life in the last inning. That one's going to be to center field. Reback should be able to camp under it, and he is, but 3 more runs coming across for the Rockford Rivets, or for the Rafters. We'll be back for the top of the 7th. First pitch to Keane O'Brien, misses off the plate. He had a check swing there, appeal over first base. Says no go. Travis Thompson. Count goes 1-0. Little discussion of whatever the incident that happened between Logan Michaels and Ethan Stringer. Another ball misses there, count 2-0. Apparently some words were shared between the two of them, and I don't know when it happened, as it might have happened until Stringer was able to get to first. That one misses low, I believe. Now 3-0 for Keane O'Brien. That one was right down the middle, but probably a little low. Jonathan Hernandez threatening a 4-pitch walk here to start out the top of the 7th. The Rivets need a rally. And that one will be a called strike in the zone. Count goes 3-1. Jonathan Hernandez back on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. Swing and a miss there. Count now is full at 3-2. Top of the 7th inning here, nobody on. Leadoff batter at the plate. No outs. Jonathan Hernandez versus Keane O'Brien. A payoff pitch coming after 3 balls started off this at-bat and then 2 strikes to follow. Swung on and missed, and so a gritty at-bat from the pitcher. Jonathan Hernandez, who was able to fight his way back and get the strikeout there swinging. Now Cade Bonnell will step up. 0 for 3 is the DH today. 2 groundouts and a strikeout swinging. Excuse me, it was actually looking. Almost time for the 7th inning stretch here. Swing and a miss there. Cade Bonnell. 0-1 now is the count, 1 out. Top of the 7th here, 9:38 p.m. is the time. This ballgame started 7:05. As we creep up near the top of the hour, yet again, that one's going to miss. Count's going to go 1-1. 72-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch from Hernandez, the Chapman University pitcher. Here's the 1-1. Swung on by Bonnell and a hot shot right into the glove of Jordan Wiley for out number 2 here in the top of the 7th. Now Ryan Cole making his way up. He was the man that started that 2-run rally, and not much of a rally, but for the Rivets offense, call it a rally. 2 runs in an inning is golden. He's 1 for 2 with the single his last time up, and a walk, and a strikeout swinging. First pitch to Cole with 2 outs. Right down the middle, called strike. Count goes 0-1. With the 1 for 2 day for Ryan Cole thus far, brings his batting average up for 212 to start the day, 217 now. That one misses. Count goes 1-1 now. With 2 outs here. It'd be Parker Bates and Logan Michaels on deck. That one swung on. Ryan Cole puts it in play for the shortstop, and he's going to ground out there, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th. Jack Thomas Wold, first pitch. And therefore called strike from JT Baksha. 0-1 now. Misses on the outside. Count now even at 1-1 here as the crowd finishes their singing of Sweet Caroline. That one swung on, popped up. Opportunity for Logan Michaels. Well, that plopped right above my head. And was getting ready for that one to come down right in front of my face. I was going to snag it. I'm sure Logan, who's been my roommate for the last 2 days, would not like it if I slapped it away out in the fence here, especially if he had a chance at it. That one's right back to Baksha. Going to be a 1-3 ground out in all likelihood, and it will be, for out number 1 of this bottom of the 7th. Jacob Dunham up now, 0 for 2 today. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Score is 8-2 in advantage of the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. For the Rivets, it has been a tough go of it away from home on this road trip. In all likelihood, the record will finish at 0-4, which is even worse than the 1-2, as that one's in for a strike there. Count goes even at 1-1. Even worse than the 1-2 that the Rivets had on their last 4-game road trip, which was cut down to 3 after the postponement of the Kalamazoo second game. It was a split with Battle Creek, and then a loss to the Kalamazoo Growlers, and then the Rivets in a 3-game home stretch got swept by the Woodchucks. Excuse me, it was actually a 4-game home stretch. They got swept by the Woodchucks and then split again with the Bombers. So in the last 10 games, the only 2 wins coming against the Battle Creek Bombers, who are in the middle of the pack, and the Rivets have just played very close games with them this year. The 3-1 pitch is fouled back. Count goes full now. And a big payoff pitch coming. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, high fly ball. Drifting back is the right fielder, Ryan Cole. He's going to camp under for out number 2. A lot of beef on that hit, but not enough. JT Baksha, 10 pitches this inning, 2 outs. 1-3 and an F9. Now Stephen Rivas makes his way up. 1 for 2 on the day. Batting .208 coming into this game, and because of the 500 game, boosted his total to 212. Called strike in there. First pitch to him. He does have the 3-run home run, which has probably been the play of the game thus far for either side. Now an 0-1 with 2 outs coming from JT Baksha. Lefty on lefty right now on the inside for Rivas. Count goes 1-2. Both sides have been warned today. The 1-1 there just misses off the hands of Rivas, whose hands are right at the fringe of the strike zone. Just a little bit high, I believe. Count 2-1 now. Hitter's count for Rivas. Called strike in the middle. 2-2, 2 outs now. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Witter Field. The Rivets will return to Witter Field in part of a 4-game series, as that one swung on and missed. Logan Michaels snags it in the dirt, though, so a strikeout. Drop third strike will finish us off here. On to the 8th we go. We'll see you in just a few seconds. back here at Rivets Stadium. First pitch to Parker Bates is high. Bates 1 for 3 today. A very entertaining promotional night for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. It is Bird Zerk here, and a quirky big old bird that has a lot of skits and games throughout this inning. Every couple breaks, he's gone on there and entertained the fans. Last one was a dance-off with one of the young Rafters fans here. Ended up with Bird Zerk losing his tail, and Brian Smith, the manager for the Rivets, had to go out and get that off the field. I don't think he realized he lost his tail. That's tough. Ball goes in the dirt there after a foul ball. Counts 2-1, no outs here. Duvall going out to return the ball to Hernandez. Hernandez probably his last inning of work, but we could see him for the top of the ninth. He's been doing really good against the Rivets thus far today. Not seeing anybody right now in the Rivets bullpen. JT Bakhcha is usually the long reliever for, for the Rivets, and he's gone longer than an inning and a third, or whatever his line is. Yes, it is an inning and a third. That one swung on. Going to die in the infield turf and then roll to the shortstop Robertson for out number 1 as he throws it over to Jack Thomas Wold on first. Right now, Hernandez in 2 innings pitched, not allowing a hit, not allowing a base runner actually, as he has faced 7 batters, struck out 2 of them, and like I mentioned, not allowed anybody to get on base on a walk or a hit. Actually, I believe he did hit Brock Martin, so he has allowed 1 base runner. First pitch into Logan Michaels is a called strike. Count goes 0-1. 1 out here, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning. Hal Hughes on deck. Logan Michaels at the plate right now. Michaels was one of the catalysts as he swings and misses. He's one of the catalysts of some sort of exchange of words between him and the Raptors outfielder, left fielder today, Ethan Stringer. Both sides ended up getting warned, and I'm sure they'll get to know each other pretty well in the upcoming years. Ethan Stringer, a Louisville Cardinal in the ACC, and Logan Michaels transferring to Virginia, also in the ACC. Swing and a miss there, and he's going to strike out, and luckily, Stringer is all the way out in left field, so I don't think any words are going to get exchanged between the two of them, as we will most likely see Stringer in the next inning. Called strike into Hal Hughes. Count goes 0-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Rivets showed a little bit of life at the top of the 6th, but since then they've pretty much been shut out by the arm of Jonathan Hernandez. That one misses on the inside. Count goes to 2-1 with 2 out, or 1-1 with 2 outs. Hal Hughes on the year batting .282. 1 ribby on the year, or 1 ribby on the day, and it was Hal Hughes who walked with the bases loaded last time up to bring that run home, and that run was Ryan Cole. That one's in the dirt. Count goes 2-1. And that touches on the fact that he hasn't been able to get a hit today, but 2 walks to the LSU shortstop. Gritty at bat from him to get that RBI. Fought his way, making sure he didn't strike out and getting a pitch that was outside the zone. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Time called. Duvall and Hernandez. A lot of different quick mound conversations between Duvall and the pitchers that he's had today. Kubo, the starting pitcher for the Raptors, making his case a good case for pitcher of the night. 5 innings pitched for Kubo. So maybe just because he didn't go a long way, that might be the only thing against him, as he only allowed 2 hits, no earned runs, and a swing and a miss there. And then 7 strikeouts and 4 walks for Trayson Kubo as well. Nearing 3-hour game time here, as the 2-2 is set and thrown from Hernandez. Breaking ball fouled away. If you didn't just get a piece of that, which it didn't look like for a second, as it was knocked back all the way to the backstop just beyond the glove of the catcher Duvall. Here's another 2-2. On the inside, called strike 3. We'll be right back with a Northwoods League update in 90 seconds. All right, we're back here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Matt Schmidt will lead us off. Stringer is 5 batters away, unless a top of the 9th inning rally happens from the Rivets. If this is a good inning from Baksha, we won't see another situation between Stringer and Logan Michaels, the catcher for the Rockford Rivets. And now an 0-1 from Baksha as he sets and throws. Swung on, high fly ball. Should be playable, and it will be Ryan Cole, the right fielder, snag that one for out number 1. Now Peyton Robertson making his way up. 0 for 1, has been really good at getting on base today. Last time up, walked, flied out to left, and a sacrifice bunt as well. The 0-0 coming as Baksha, who's done pretty good in relief here, sets and deals. 1 run allowed, it was not earned. It was an error by himself. That's the reason we're 8-2 here instead of 7-2. The 1-0. That one called strike. Count goes even at 1-1. On deck, Wiley. Scored all the way from first against Baksha. The 1-1. Swung on. High fly ball. Backing up is Brennan Reback. And Reback, a very solid center fielder for the Rockford Rivets, makes the snag as he rolls onto the track there. Out number 2. And now, as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Brian Smith makes a call over to the Rivets, or to the Rafters bullpen. And for a trainer, and a little confusion there as the trainer for the Rafters, as the Rivets are one of the many teams in the South Division. I believe the only team to travel with the trainer is the Lakeshore Chinooks. The trainer for the Rafters, usually the home team trainer, works on both teams. And I don't know who that trainer is going to work on, but a called strike there. And it might be Wyatt Mascarelli, who picked up a knock a couple games ago, rolling his ankle, rounding third against the Woodchucks. Another called strike there, counts 0-2. That's the reason he's been out the last couple games. Maybe getting that wrapped up real good, that ankle, so then hopefully he can go tomorrow in the first game of the final series between the Woodchucks and the Rivets this year. Make sure to join us, Northwoods League TV. I'll be there. I might have Joe Byers alongside me. If I don't have Joe Byers alongside me, he'll be in the dugout giving you some sideline reporting. He'll also be probably a fifth inning interview. And if the Rivets can get a win, which might seem tough after the way they played recently, we'll have a little post-game interview for you as well. Always a good time. These guys are in good spirits when they win, but they've been really cold as of late. It's not been any pitcher, not been any hitter in particular. It's been kind of the whole team has just gone really cold at the wrong time. That one, playable ball for Segal, and he snags it off the dirt well. And the Stanford infielder showing his glove off. But the Rivets need a rally. They need one at the top of the ninth. Back here for the top of the ninth inning. The Rivets, they need a rally, and it's not unheard of here at Witter Field, but it is rare nonetheless. Kenosha scored 10 runs in the top of the ninth, and I brought that up last night in hopes of backwards, jinxing the whole thing, and it didn't work then. Let's see if it'll work today. As really trying to put in all the superstitious mojo right now. Brock Martin will lead us off, and he will come in against new pitcher Hunter Waldis. First pitch in there for a strike. Waldis is out of Seton Hall. His dad played at Seton Hall as well. That one misses off the plate. Count goes 1-1. On the year for Hunter Waldis. Just finished his freshman year. That one out off the plate. On the year for Hunter Waldis, 0-0 record, 2.45 ERA. 12 games played, 14 2/3 innings, 23 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Pretty good bet to finish off this game for the Rafters. Last earned run was against Lakeshore, swinging a miss there from Brock Mathis. This last year at Seton Hall, Waldis and the Seton Hall baseball team were able to get 13 wins in the Big East. The last time they got 13 wins was when his father played in 1989, also with Seton Hall. 2-2, swung on, fouled back. Again, tomorrow night, 6:35. Tune in to Northwoods League TV. I'll be there as a swing and a miss there. And the first strikeout for Waldis on the day, on the year, 24th for him. Just finished his freshman year there. 6'2", 212-pound righty. 8 appearances in his first year at Seton Hall. Far Hills, New Jersey native. 15 strikeouts in 8 innings. And now he'll see the number 9 hitter, Zach Segal, who foul off the first pitch. The Rivets will finish off their season series with the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters with a 4-game stretch. First 2 starting in Rockford and then playing 2 here at Witter Field, all in a row. I'm sure I'm going to get sick of seeing the burgundy and gold if it goes anything like this series. Counts a ball, or throws a ball there. Count goes 1-1, 1 out. Waldis, 9th pitch of the inning coming. That one swung on and missed by Segal. Count now 1-2 for the Stanford infielder. That triple play that we saw on Saturday night in that Rivets 2-1 victory over the Battle Creek Bombers turning out to be a diamond in the rough of a really rough stretch of games for these Rockford Rivets. That one's off the plate. Count's going to go even at 2-2. 1 out here, nobody on, top of the 9th inning. If the Rockford Rivets can't finish this one off, which I'm not trying to say they're not going to. That one called strike 3. Count goes to 2 outs. If the Rivets are not able to get at least 6 runs before getting 1 more out, then it will push their record to 19-23 on the season. Final look at the Northwoods League scoreboard tonight. Wisconsin defeating Green Bay. La Crosse defeating Duluth. Lakeshore defeating Fond du Lac. Mankato over Eau Claire. Wilmar is smacking Rochester right now, 14-1 in the 8th. Battle Creek beating Kalamazoo. That one misses. High and inside on Reback. Battle Creek getting a game in the I-94 rivalry, trying to even that up. Bismarck beating Thunder Bay. Kenosha's up 1 right now. They're dueling with Madison 7-6 in the 7th. And St. Cloud defeated Waterloo. That one's fouled back. Count now 1-1. With the win today, if Wisconsin Rapids able to finish it off, they're going to move ahead of the Rockford Rivets and into 7th place in the South Division. Rivets will move to 8th, still ahead of the Wisconsin Woodchucks as that one goes outside, but it gets very close as this upcoming series with the Woodchucks could push the Rivets all the way to 9th place and a fall from the 4th place that they were only about a week and a half ago. The 2-1 coming now. July has not been kind to the Rockford Rivets. Now it goes to 3-1. So Reback will be able to get on first to the walk here, maybe show a little bit of his wheels. At least notch another steal total on his belt. That one's going to be inside, called ball, and Reback will walk. So Reback will finish with 2 walks. Keane O'Brien, who's 0 for 4, will make his way to the plate. Final line for a lot of these Rivets: 0 for 4, Keane O'Brien; 0 for 4, Cade Benil. Ryan Cole, Parker Bates, each 1 for 3, with those 2 scoring the only 2 runs of the game. Logan Michaels and Hal Hughes. No hits for them. Hal Hughes has walked twice. Logan Michaels walked once. Brock Martin and Zach Segal each with a hit as well. First pitch there is a called strike to Keane O'Brien. Trying not to go 0 for 5 today. He has 4 strikeouts as well. The 0-1, that one's up the middle. Should be enough to end it. It'll be a fielder's choice. 4-6 to end the game, and that is the ball game here at Witter Field. I want to thank you for joining in. And it was a tough road stand, but come down to Rivet Stadium. It's beach party night tomorrow, and it should be a fun one. Select brews are $2, and it's going to be a beach party. Let's hope for a win as well. That'll get the party really going. Against the Wisconsin Woodchucks, they've had the Rockford Rivets number this year. A total of 5-1 record versus them. Again, thanks so much. Final score here, 8-2, an advantage of the Wisconsin Rafters over the Rockford Rivets. My name is Scot Gladstone. Have a lovely evening. The Rivets are not hot. The Screws are not hot. But if you come to the game tomorrow, you might see them get hot. My name is Scot Gladstone. Thank you one more time. Have a good night, everybody.